Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Pandora's box has just been opened. We had people literally streaming Cyberpunk 2077 on YouTube earlier today. For obvious reasons, I can't actually show you the footage. I was there. I was one of the lucky 200 people that were there to actually see the stream before everything got bye-byed. I'll show you a stream chat just in case you're doubting me, and the Reddit that went crazy. See, I was one of the lucky few that just happened to be on the right time in the right place to witness it. It's a type of thing of if you were there, you saw it. If you weren't, then you're not going to see it because the stream's privated now. If you are really, really curious, you might be able to find it in some other places. I wouldn't be surprised if it's somewhere out in the wild now. So he was using a PS4 copy of the game, also playing the Nomad playthrough. It wasn't really anything spoilery, just a bit of character customization, which he sped through pretty fast, and part of the Nomad life path. Oh, and if you enjoyed this video at any point, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more daily top quality content, and join the Flick Army to never miss any Cyberpunk 2077 news. But yeah, it's a little bit triggering seeing the game running on PS4 when they delayed it for Xbox One and PS4, which we'll get to in a bit, but I can see why they delayed it though. There's some really key reasons there. Like, we could have been playing this game right now, though. The press also got 16 hours of pure gameplay, and yet we're waiting here in a delay for a day one patch. I don't get it. Just gets the blood boiling, especially when these people were high in the middle of their stream. I kid you not, saying things such as, I quote, "I heard this was like GTA, man, bruh." I mean, I've said it has similarities to GTA, but even I wouldn't go that far to say it's like GTA, bruh. It's an RPG. I don't think these people have actually ever played an RPG. So how on earth? I mean, they didn't even know how to get out of a car, by the way. That was a funny thing. So how on earth did these people get their hands on Cyberpunk 2077? Well, the PS4 game files were leaked a couple days ago, but they didn't manage to get into those. They don't seem all too bright for starters, and second, the way the PlayStation Store protects their files and games, it would take months to get into unless Cyberpunk messed up and released stuff to unlock the files with the game for some reason. But yeah, it would take months for even like the most skilled people. No, instead the blame actually sits 110% with CD Projekt Red. They started sending out the retail copies into the wild, which isn't the issue. You obviously have to start shipping stuff to stores long beforehand, but they made it so the game doesn't need a day one patch to unlock. Many games have a system where your discs are pretty much the equivalent of bricks until you get your day one patch, which unlocks access to the game. That way there are no spoilers. Instead, the Cyberpunk team had some sort of breakdown of information here because they were expecting a November 19th release date, and that's when everything, like the whole floodgates opened with spoilers. We've got a plot leak, we've gotten this gameplay leak, we've gotten some more leaks also other than those. But yeah, and tons of people now have their hands on Cyberpunk 2077. How? Simple. These retail copies aren't just sent to major stores, they're also sent to smaller stores. These smaller stores sell the copies at like a higher markup since you get to play it early before other people, and they sell more on the down low. How do we know this even happens? We heard it firsthand with Saints Row 3's remaster when it came out. Someone had their hands on it and was streaming like 3 or 4 hours of the game straight up. And when people were asking him, how did you get it? He said, oh, I bought it from a small mom and pop store that sold it at a markup. Now, for people that are insanely worried for getting spoiled, well, the thing is, one, the game has so many branching routes that getting spoiled is pretty hard considering it's an RPG. But even with that, on YouTube, you will never see a spoiler-filled video out for longer than like 4 hours on the platform. It just isn't how YouTube works. You'll see a ton of videos talking about the spoilers, but you never see the actual like spoiler. Even if you're going looking for the leaks, you probably won't find them. It's actually pretty hard to find that gameplay now, as it would, you can't actually show actual footage without it getting taken down. Right now, I actually have the actual leaked footage on me because I knew it was going to be gone very shortly, so I had to keep it just in case I want to review it, see if there's anything in it. But I guess to reassure people, leaks on YouTube just won't be a thing until launch day. On launch day, you'll probably see the endings out in like 2 minutes though. It's just right when they lift their copyright restrictions and NDAs, everything will start pouring out. I'd be very careful everywhere else though. personally, I don't have issues with leaks though, just because you know how one string of events is going to play out doesn't take away the surprise or emotional impact for me, at least. Other than just good news that another delay is very unlikely at this point. It'll be like a volcano erupting if another delay goes off after the press got to play 16 hours of it, and high teens are playing it right now as I'm making this video. They're probably halfway through the game or something, which already has me a bit triggered. There were some pretty big issues with the PS4 version though. The quality of the textures were very, very poor compared to the trailers. It just looked very bad. I'm going to have to actually make another video following this up in a couple hours, going through that more in depth though. There were also some pretty big pop-in issues. There were also, I'll save it for later. It's just more of a, hey, don't be worried. But yeah, which I don't know if it's like going to get better with the day one patch, because the issues I saw, I don't know if 2 months would be enough to fix it. But yeah, I've been arguing with people a lot. It appears the life paths and prologue are both going to be very linear with very limited player choice until after the prologue, where you're pretty much thrown face first into the game. There were also some controls the game didn't tell you about, like getting out of the car. That guy was just frozen trying to figure it out. I feel like he's never played a game. Even GTA, I'd assume it'd be the same key for every single game. Anyways, this is a little shorter than usual, but there just wasn't that much to go over in this video that isn't spoilery. If I do cover anything spoiler, I'll put like a giant spoiler into the title. Considering my thumbnails are just a character model, that won't spoil you. But yeah, check back in a couple hours for today's video, which I think I'm going to actually have to postpone because I might have to talk about the downgrade that we saw in that leaked gameplay. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more daily top quality content.
We got an early presentation of this game called Cyberpunk 2077. It don't really come out till December, but today we're playing it now. So like the button, hit the like button, subscribe, comment, and react to this video. Let's go.
Oh my
Let's get it.
I think I'm dead, ain't I?
Look at the game, look at the game, look at the game!
What are we talking about?
Said it was nothing serious.
I'm playing Cyberpunk.
Look at a game. We're playing a game that's not released yet.
It's not released!
Looking for another shop where they won't
shit, my last
nomad while she's hugging the
I swear
border.
to God.
We've been tweaking out his body since he's drunk.
Y'all thumb perp, motherfucker. You're wearing on my patience.
I'm about to leave.
What game that is?